Hi plant friends, welcome back to another shopping video. Today we're plant shopping at Valleyview. Plant friends, the greenhouse is looking absolutely beautiful. Look at these yellow orchids with a humongous lip. They've got a few sizes and prices. These yellow ones with 2 spikes, they're priced at $35 each. Beautiful roots as well. It's a beautiful color. And over here, the minis. These are priced at $15 each. Beautiful blush pink. The variegated, one of my favorites. This is a beauty as well. Look at that. Just wonderful coloring. And these are slightly fragrant. Wow, friends, look at this orchid cactus. Very impressive. She's got a few more flower buds to open. And this is priced at only $30. Gorgeous yellow flower. And I love that they've got a few of these hanging baskets. They even have the red. Now, one of the things that I like to do when I come is walk the perimeter, because sometimes there's some unusual gems hiding out. They've got the lucky bamboo. Look at the pricing on this, so $4. You've got variegated and ones without variegation, nicely trellised and designed. Here's a nice bed of $4 lucky bamboos. These are in 4-inch pots, so slightly bigger than the one that we saw before. And over here you've got the even larger pots. And these are really lush. Look at the beautiful stems on these. Used to be 20 bucks, now only $10. These onions are also interesting. Onion looking plants. They're $100. Beautifully trellised up. Gardenia is $25. A plant that I've not mastered. Hibiscus mandevillia. Is this a coffee plant? It's a good size for coffee plant. So big. These bonsai ficus, they're $25 each. Every time I come, I've been drawn to these Kalanchoe barensis. They're $20 each. Look at the size on them. This one's a 6-inch pot. Beautiful fuzzy leaves. And over here, they've got an 8-inch pot. They're so beautiful. I just love that color. They've got tons of colors in the mini rose. There's a deal on them. They're normally $8 each, but you can get 2 for $15. And they're in 6-inch pots. These myrtle topiaries caught my eye. I've never seen one for $110 before, but when I look at it, it's quite an impressive size and well manicured. And the little flowers. Two beautiful clusters. And it looks like they're potted up in a 7-inch pot. They're gorgeous, but they also have the little minis as well. These are 4-inch pots for $17. Plant friends, this section's looking really gorgeous. The colorful hanging baskets above, and then the Hoyas below. We've got the Hoya compacta. This is in a 2.5-inch pot, and they're $6 each. They're pushing out some nice tendrils, looking so nice and healthy. This one's so tiny, but it's got 2 little growth points. And they've got this one labeled David Comingii. It's got some nice tendrils. 2.5-inch pots. These are just ready for a trellis. Look at how beautifully they're vining out. And only $6. Back here looks like we've got a Rosita as well. Beautiful tendrils on Rosita. It's $6. Wow, I love the way Rosita looks with the sun's dressing. So beautiful. They also have the Crimson Queen. Crimson Queen is in a slightly larger pot, 3.5-inch pot for $10. Beautiful leaves. We've got the Hoya Australis Lisa, and she's also 10. Looks like the new growth is slightly reverting. Might have to chop this one back to keep that variegation coming. Also in 3.5-inch pots, they do have some Hoya compactas. And they're vining nicely too. Look at this one. It's for $10. I see a few more Hoyas over here. Looks like the Lacanosa or the Croniana. But this one right here, silver spot. Sort of reminds me of a pubic calyx. Looks like a vigorous growing plant. They've got 2 nice cuttings in the pot. I'm loving the color on the new growth. So the Croniana is in a 3.5-inch pot, and they're $10 each. You can find one that's a combination pot with a lot of silver leaves and one that's more splashy. Or this one back here that's super silver. The label is tagged as a super silver. Beautiful. I love these Cronianas. They tend to branch out a lot. They throw out these beautiful tendrils. Oh, on the other side is just more Hoya compactus. We'll have to look around to see if there's any any Hoyas in hanging baskets as well. Now let's see what else they have for tropicals. They've got the peace lily, and this one's the mojito variegated. These little peace lilies, they're $4 each. I love that you can come here and get some unusual plants. That's such a great price. These ficus are $10 each. Look at that variegation. Interesting variegation on these. They're $10. The Chevriana is also $10. They look nice together. The variegation, I could see that in an arrangement. We've got the Ficus benjamina. They've got the variegated benjamina, and over here, this one's labeled the neon. And they're $4 each. Tremantes Trio Star. This one's $20, and it's in a 4-inch pot. This beauty over here is the Anthurium crystallinum turtle for $12. A few blemishes on the leaf. You've got to search through to find one that's really pristine. Looks like they also have the black bat plant. Only a few left. They must be quite popular. Looks like only 2. The Thai constellation. These are priced at $25. Beautiful variegation. Nice speckling, but they are tiny. No fenestration on the leaves, but this batch does look promising. Alocasia Friday, they still have a few of them for $30. Lovely variegation on this leaf. And just a few left. I'm hoping for a fresh restock on those. Alocasia Metallic Blue is $10. And the new leaves, they always pull me in. Just love that they're nice and glossy. They've got the Periso Verde. Periso Verde is only $10. And these are ready for a repotting and a trellis. Beautiful shape. They're growing out very nicely. I've made my way over to the other side of the table to see what's on this side. A few more of the Ficus benjamina. They've got some calatheas. Only $8. And look at the selection. They're in 4-inch pots as well. This one's pretty. Look at the leaves. They're doing so nicely. You know, calatheas can be fussy. I find that they just like to be watered. So So if you're very giving, I think Calathea is a great plant to have. The Anthurium hookeri, and this one's the variegated variety, $20. Good variegation on these. Oh, here's a little mandula. Look how cute this mandula is. I love the variegation on the mandulas. My favorite pothos. The Aglaonemas camouflage is $7. Bunch of plants in the pots. These are 3.5-inch pots as well. You can repot this, give them a little bit more room. I'm thinking it should be nice and flushed out and really flourished with a new pot, giving the roots some space. Philodendron griselle is $4. We've got the Brazil. Brazil is $6. Beautiful variegation on them. And let's see how nice and trailing. Not bad for $6. Yeah, you can search through to find some with some really long tendrils. Philodendron corcatum, $5. These are beautifully trailing. They're in 3.5-inch pots. Now, Philodendron Columbia. This one's been really speaking to me. I just love the rusty brown leaves. It's a beautiful color. The Pink Princess, look, my friends, you can get the Pink Princess for as low as $6. A nice trial size, and look at this one. It's looking very, very promising with a lot of pink variegation. Scrumptious leaves on this one, especially that new leaf. The Ring of Fire. Ring of Fire, $20 in a 3.5-inch pot. This one's looking nice. I love that these get such a beautiful pink color when they're sun-stressed. And with this variegation, you never know what you're going to get when the leaves grow out. You can get really white variegation or lots of speckling. It's a very attractive plant. Now the Painted Lady, we haven't seen a lot of them lately. And here they've got them in 3.5-inch pots for $8. The Painted Lady is also an interesting one. I remember when these were first introduced, they were super expensive. This one's branching. They've got these silver band marantas or just regular marantas. That beautiful dark leaf is interesting. A nice combination with the light leaves as well as a few dark leaves tucked in between. Plant friends, I love that they carry these specimen-sized cactus and succulents. Look at these grafted gymnocalycums. They're priced at $50 each, and this one's got so many beautiful little flower buds about to open. You can get yourself quite a bit of variety. And these agave Victoria Reginae, every time I come, I'm just drooling over these. Two big beefy plants in the pot right here. or you can get yourself just a single beefy plant. But most of them are throwing off little pups. Now this large size is $80. It's in a 10-inch pot. More 10-inch pot beauties. Look at the cluster of opuntias. These mammillarias are so nice. I just love that they've dichotomized so nicely. Wow, beautiful. Now the mammillaria, they're priced at $60 each, and they've got a few varieties that are at the $60 price point. Now that's beautiful. I love that. These Euphorbia lactea, they're $50 each. Six-inch pots. Here's one of those gymnos. I see some succulents over here that are priced at $20. Looks like some agaves, jade, Victoria Reginae, and the Gasteria. $20, and they're in 6-inch pots. These golden barrel are $30 each, and they're in 6-inch pots. They're a good size. So nice that and big that I'm looking to see if there are any throwing off little pups. And some more assorted varieties of the cactus for $25. They've got angel wing begonias priced at $20 each. Looks like two different varieties. Look at the leaf on this. Really pretty. Love that hint of pink. Looks like it might be sun stressing. Silver when it's less sun, and pink with the sun stressing. And these are throwing off the cutest little flower buds. This one's white, and you've got pink flowers. I was like, what's this? I just saw this out of the corner of my eye. Then I looked up at the label. It's an agave, and it's $20. For some reason, I'm always so drawn to the agaves. Somehow I've got quite a few in my collection. Over here, they've got some gloriosums for $25. 6-inch pots. These lemon lime marantas, they're priced at $25 each. And they've got the zebra plant. Looks like they've got two varieties. They've got the snowflake, and this one looks like the regular. Here's an idea of the snowflake. It's so white. It's almost the absence of any green chlorophyll in this one, making the leaves super attractive. They've got jade plants in 8-inch pots for $25. These 8-inch pots are jam-packed with plants. They also have 6-inch pots. The 6-inch pot is $14. But if you just want a little something, you can get the 3.5-inch pot. And the 3.5-inch pot is only $4. Over here, these are the elephant bush. Their elephant bush, also known as the Portulacaria afra, is $6. Wow, if you've got space for a humongous jade plant, I've got one for you. Look at this, $550. And this is a, what size pot? It's a humongous pot. Let's leave it at that. Such a beautiful plant. Now over here they've got some smaller cactus. These are in 2.5-inch pots, or maybe you'll find one in 4-inch pots. 2.5 is $5 and $8 for the 4-inch pot. They've got the curly orchid cactus. One of my favorites. It blooms really beautiful white flowers and it's very fragrant, but only blooms once and at night. Now these stapelias, they're priced at $6 each. I like searching through for one that's branching and that has multiple plants in the pot. These are $6 each. And they produce those stinky flowers. Smells like rotten meat and attracts a lot of flies. This one's got 3 branching. The monodenium. These monodeniums, they're priced at $10 each. And they produce tiny little white flowers early spring, very late winter. Oh, here's one. Cutest little flower. I also like these variegated in the variegated variety. They still have a nice selection of pitcher plants. Last time we were here, we did see these golden variegated variety. And they're throwing off a little bit of pitchers. And I see one over there with a really humongous leaves. It looks a little bit more mature, so you can search through and find the one that really speaks to you. Look at this picture. Actually, it's in this one. Beautiful picture. They're $10 each. My friends, even their money trees are affordable at $5. They're the cutest little 3.5-inch pot. The succulent section I always enjoy because you can find some cute little gems in here. They've got some Bonsall sansevierias. The prices vary on these, but these little minis, they're tagged as $12 each. They're so cute, and I like that there's so many little plants clustered in the pot. They've got opuntias back there, these gisterias. So the 4-inch and the assorted succulents, well, these are gisterias for $6, but the 3.5-inch assorted, they're $6 each as well. So a nice selection at $6. But over here, these are the 2.5-inch pots. Now the 2.5-inch pots, they're $4 each. You can make yourself a nice arrangement with these. We've got some burr's tail, lots of cuttings in the pot, and that's just a 2.5-inch pot. We've got some agave. This is turning out to be a beautiful structure. You can remove the bottom and just have it as like an agave tree. So they've got Haworthias in here. Oh, look at this, a little Hoya. This looks like the numeroides. Beautiful fuzzy leaves. So you can get yourself a little Hoya for only $4. They've got some Dischidias. Dischidias are so cute. A few little Echeverias. More Haworthias. This is one of my favorite Echeverias, the Purpureum. These little guys, it's also a Dischidia, string of nickels. Cutest little pot. They're growing so nicely. And I love that they just shingle over the top of the pot and put them in a hanging basket because they'll take over the pot and slowly cascade over the sides. Beautiful color on this. These moonstones, their moonstones here grow very nicely. I've got one in my collection and it's humongous now. I just love it. It's clustered a lot and a few runners have trailed over the side of the pot. I like feeling the leaves to see if they're soft. I know that they need a little bit of water, but if they're nice and firm, I know that they don't need any water. And that's how I like testing if the succulents are ready to be watered. And they're low maintenance. And they like a lot of sun. This one's nice and firm, so it's well watered. Beautiful color on this Echeveria Pearl van Nuremberg. Also in the 2.5-inch pots for succulents, you can pick yourself up a variegated bear paw. Only $4. They do have a few hanging baskets with a string of hearts. I like that this one's throwing off some flowers. And it's a full pot. Look at how full it is. I thought it would be bare and just a couple little strings, but this is a beautiful find. Now these hanging baskets, they're priced at $20 each. A few more Dischidias at $4. A little elephant bush. See, they've got two varieties, variegated and one without variegation. Here's a few more of the Hoyas. They have some Aglaonemas as well. And this little guy back here. They throw off the cutest little tiniest flowers. So hard to see the flowers. The variegated string of hearts are looking really vibrant today. These pots are 3.5 inch and they're $10 each. Plant friends, check out this bromeliad. It's humongous and in flower. She's a gigantic beauty. She is in an 8-inch pot and she's priced at $70. This one over here is $50. But she did suffer a little break on her flower spike. And it's so beautiful. She would have made a spectacular show. And then I thought to come over here and check out this one. It's $50. Beautiful variegated leaves. And she's about to flower. Isn't that luscious? Such a beautiful plant. Also in the bromeliad family is the pineapple. Interesting the way it's throwing off those almost looking like flower petals. These are a good size as well. They're $30 each. Plant friends, their hanging baskets are also very impressive. Plant friends, let's take a look at down here. I see they've got bird of paradise. They're $30 each. These are labeled kangaroo fern and they're $25 each. These are in a large pot. It says to be 6 inches. Nice and deep pot. The crocodile fern also in a 6-inch pot, and these are $25 as well. They get pretty big. The maidenhair fern. Same price for the maidenhair fern. Asparagus fern, also priced at $25. And over here, they've got these labeled as assorted ferns. Also in the 6-inch pot for $25. But you can also find ferns in the 3.5-inch pot size. They've got the asparagus as well as the blue star fern. And only at $4. These blue star ferns are quite attractive. Isn't the color on this beautiful? These are known as the autumn fern. A few more calatheas. These are $8 each. Here's one more fern. It's a button fern. We've got photonias, and their photonias are $4 each. And if you're looking for specimen-sized plants, they pretty much have it covered. This Australian tree fern, it's a beauty. She's $500 in the 17-inch pot. I love coming, just walking through this section to see what goodies they've got tucked in here. They've got the rubber plants, these humongous ZZ plants. This is a supernova in the 12-inch pot for $125. The regular ZZs in 12-inch pots, they're $100. These are in 14-inch pots for $150. You've got some ficus Audrey. These humongous dracaenas. They're $150 each. So if you need a statement plant, this is a place to look. These alocasias are $50 each. They're humongous. Now this one over here, wow, it's impressive. 17-inch pot, Alocasia Dark Star for $250. They also have tons of jade plants. Look at the trunk on this one. What a beautiful specimen. $250. Look at these palms. Rapis palm, $150. These are perfect for the patio. It's that time of the year for the Majesty palm. $40 each in a 10-inch pot. Ten-inch pots of the Schefflera for $90. The Ficus lyrata or fiddle leaf fig in 10-inch pots for $60. This is more of a bush variety rather than the standard. These windmill palms, they're $60 in a 10-inch pot. This is the Philodendron green Congo. They're in 10-inch pots for $75. These trellis are interesting. It's like a syngonium trellis. Oh, plant friends, they're beautiful. Ten-inch pots, they're $60 each. And here's a look, beautifully vining. What an impressive syngonium. They also have the Rojo Congos in 10-inch pots for $75. And these sansevierias, they're $40 each. Also in a larger pot, these are 8-inch pots. There's summer hanging baskets. They're 10 inches and they're priced at $25 each. Isn't that gorgeous? Loving the color on these begonias. Looks like they only have 2 of the cystis color left. They're $20 each. Wow, friends, look at how nice and happy this Ficus benjamina is. All these little fruit buds on it. $20 for the hanging basket, and it is so lush. Oh wow, she's a beauty. I've never seen one so loaded with these little fruits. It's a full basket too. Oh, she's $25. The fuchsias in the 10-inch hanging basket are also $25 each. I don't think we've adventured down this little aisle yet. We've got Prince of Orange for $50. They've got some Aglaonemas. Dieffenbachias. Holomina. They've got this one labeled as the Emerald Gem for $35. We've got the Peace Lily. Peace Lily is $20. Very fragrant at night. Sansevieria Channing. This guy is $20. I love the color. The color on these are really pretty. What a beautiful Sansevieria. Oh, look at this cluster. It's labeled the Whalefin Sansevieria for $40. Well, friends, just a quick walk through their annual and perennial section. Oh, I love this section. They've got these beautiful peonies, humongous flowers. They're $70 each. Oh, this is really elegant. She's $100. Oh, wow. So you're able to find some unusual, uncommon plants here. The Master Garden variety. Oh, these peonies, it's just amazing. She was reasonable at $40. Lady Alexandra Dwarf Peony. She's $45. Spent Bloom, but not too bad. I like peonies because they spread. You can divide these once they get mature. Now the tree peonies, this is one that I really enjoy. I love passing by homes and seeing these on full display. What's the price on these tree peonies? I don't see the price for these beauties, but they're gorgeous. Oh, here's a few that's labeled with the pricing. $85. Look at the colors on these heucheras. All the little flower buds. My friends, the iris, they're always speaking to me. These are $25. And the flower on this, just a beautiful, elegant yellow. She's a beauty. Nice, beefy rhizome on this one. Oh, the variegated. This one's $20. Look at that variegation. A quick glance at the hostas. Plant friends, this smells super amazing. It's the gardenia. They've got these standard trees. They're in 14-inch pots and they're $200 each. Such a beautiful plant. I just wish I can get the hang of growing one of these. They also have everything you need for your patio, for your potting plants. These begonias, the cell packs are $2 each. Nice, beautiful colors. The geraniums are beautiful. These are $4 each. Also priced at $4, the petunias. Wow, friends, look at these two coleus. These are looking gorgeous. Already potted up. A nice sized pot. 10-inch pot, they're $70 each. Look at the color on this. Beautiful dark foliage. Those flowers. These begonias, they're in 6-inch pots. At $9. Even if you're not into outdoor plants, it's just beautiful to just come and walk in a greenhouse and enjoy all these beautiful plants.
I'll come back and finish Dreamland. Enjoy.
My friends, they even have the fuchsias in the standard form. So impressive. These standards, they're $70 each. Just a beautiful store to explore. They've got coleus in hanging basket, begonias. A lovely variety of plants. My friends, they also have tons of veggies and herbs. Plant friends, on this shopping trip, I picked up the Sansevieria Channing. This beauty is going to spend its summer on the balcony. Thanks for watching. Remember to like, subscribe, and comment, and follow me on Instagram at Life of Bellina.